Hello, everybody. Welcome to Week Seven's Team Builder, and we are playing Team Leeki. And I would like to introduce my main man, Team
T-Man,
Man.
it's me. What's up?
Yes. So we're back again, once again, for Week Seven. We'll be playing a good friend of ours, Team Leaky. Very well known VGC players and very accomplished VGC players as well. I believe that our Cyrus has moved on to the commentary desk, which is pretty interesting. And Hibiki still plays casually. I mean, not casually. He still plays VGC as well. So that's also interesting. But we came here today to let you guys know what are we using today, how are we using them, and how terrible this matchup is for us. So we're gonna start off with Blastoise. I think yeah, Tommy basically said that he wanted to run something an offensive Blastoise this week, and he believed that we both believe that they would lead something along the lines of like Magmar and Necrozma to get off that Trick Room and get that Rhyperior. That's the most fearing thing about this team. I think the Trick Room mode and slash Rhyperior is really scary against our team. We don't have much to deal with that. I mean, the only thing that honestly deals with like Rhyperior on our team is probably like Lando and like Metagross safely, and Blastoise as well, depending on like what they have on Rhyperior.
I mean, Metagross only barely safely. We still have to like sit there and take a
Yeah,
ground move.
yeah, that there. With the Sugar Berry though, it gives us a little bit of insurance that we'll have an easier time dealing with it, but not the best time. Any thoughts on Blastoise, Tom?
Well, yeah, I think the very simple way to put our leads for Blastoise for most, like you kind of group them together, is just
Yeah,
explain like the why we're doing it. So like
okay,
if they've run Sash Magmar in previous weeks,
right,
and they have Necrozma, and the whole thing is like if they get Trick Room up, I think we're in a pretty bad spot. We have to make sure that we're playing around the right period specifically, and like in order to stop Trick Room from going up on turn one, I think our best play is to lead the Blastoise and the Pheromosa into potentially like a Sash Magmar and a Necrozma. And basically on turn one, what we'll do is we'll go for Feint with Pheromosa and Watarium Z into the Magmar so we can take that out. Because the thing is, if we just lead Blastoise and Pheromosa, they have to be afraid of us going for Fake Out into the Magmar and Bug Z move into the Necrozma, and I don't think they'll let that happen. So I think they'll probably go for something like a double protect on turn one, which means that if we went for Feint and Hydro Vortex, we'll get the knockout there, and then we're free to go for Bugsy move on turn two. So I think it just gives us like a really strong option there, because I think that's probably the most threatening mode they can throw at us. I think that any other mode like we can like adjust to and handle, but that's the one that I like we need to be prepared for.
yeah, I totally agree in that. I feel like this is probably gonna be our lead 100% going into this match. I don't feel. I think, speaking for the both of us, we don't feel safe with anything other than this. This just seems pretty well balanced, depending on what they lead, of course. Next we have the Metagross, the Shukaberry Metagross, with a interesting tech. We have Meteor Mash, Bullet Punch, and Grass Knot. Basic spread, max HP, max attack. Grass Knot, Tommy.
Yes. So, okay. So, Grassland is specifically there for Rhyperior. I think it's the most threatening mon on their team if they get Trick Room up. And like I said, we do have Shuckaberry, so we can live, even Tectonic Rage only does around 75% to Metagross through the Shuckaberry. So, we should be able to live any hit from the Rhyperior. Go for the Grass Knot, and if they're not Solid Rock, if they're Lightning Rod, we should be able to just pick up a knockout on it. If they're Solid Rock, though, if they're Solid Rock, we'll do like 80 to 90% to it. And in that case, Bullet Punch will always pick up the knockout there. So it's a pretty safe way to always deal with the Rhyperior over the course of either one or two turns, depending on which Rhyperior they're running. We do have Heliolisk, and depending on how afraid they are of Heliolisk, they could run Lightning Rod, but I expect to see Solid Rock because, we have Blastoise, we have Metagross, we have Venusaur, a lot of things that actually, like, we have Blastoise, Metagross, Venusaur, Pheromosa, and Landorus. And Ninetales, which usually carries a grass move. So, like, everything that we could possibly bring, even Darm has superpower. So, like, anything we can possibly be bringing has a super effective move for the right period. So, I expect to see Solid Rock this week. But, yeah, even if they do have Solid Rock, we can just Grass Knot, do 80 to 90, and then clean it up with Bullet Punch. So, that's pretty safe.
Next up, we have my boy Venusaur, rocking the Venusaur, right, of course, and pretty standard moveset as well. Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Sleep Powder, Protect. I think we've used this Venusaur moveset like 3 times, right? I want to say
Yeah.
three. I want to say 3 times, and each time that we've used it, I think it's been very beneficial in the matchup that we brought it to. So I think in this matchup, have them having Trick Room and like if we have opportunities, to get free sleep powders off in turns, and it helps us. I think we said this before in prior team building videos. We basically have sleep powder. It can help us come back from turns or put us ahead, and that's basically it for Venus. All right. The spread though is
I
does was anything?
I literally just like stole the Showdown Calc spread for Venusaur. You'll see like my spreads this week are not my usual like in depth doing stuff spreads. Like the Blastoise needed to be max special attack to knock out Magmar through Eviolite if they are Eviolite, and then we wanted to make sure they're max speed, so we're max speed so that if they have like Magmar on the field and like that turn one situation we talked about before, if it was Necrozma and Magmar, so they don't just like protect Necrozma and go for like a fire move into our Pheromone. So we want to make sure we outspeed the Magmar and go for Hydro Vortex. Like everything else, like looking at it's pretty straightforward. Like we could have bulked up the Metagross a little bit more, but we already live everything we need to. We need to run max attack for some of the Sylveon calcs and stuff like that. Like Venusaur, the main thing is that we needed to have enough special attack so we can 2 a KO. Most of the things that we need to 2 a KO, like Gyarados is one of them. Abipom with stuff like Sludge Bomb or Sludge Bomb plus Giga Drain. Sylveon with 2 Sludge Bombs. Like Venusaur does that with the amount of special attack that we have. So I just decided to just like rip the Showdown spread and just like whatever that was there and just run that because like we'll live everything we need to, and they have a pretty like mixed team as far as like physical special split goes, so we'll be able to live most things with Venusaur anyways, and anything that would KO us is gonna still KO stuff like Psyche MZ from Necrozma. It's still gonna knock us out. We can't really do anything about that.
And everybody's favorite Mon, sarcastically speaking, Darmanitan with the choice scarf. I mean item, sorry, and pretty standard moveset. Flameless, Rock Slide, Superpower, Fire Punch. I mean, like guys, I think in the analyst video, I think they're like we're tired of seeing Darmanitan and the choice scarf, but I think like what you guys like everyone needs to understand, like Darm is like basically there to either just no, literally there to clean stuff up like end game situations, and like having that choice scarf and having that damage output is pretty crucial to cleaning up games, messy games as well. Uh, I think the EV spread. I
It
think it outspeeds Jolly. Oh,
It's a timid Rotom Frost, so that if they,
oh, okay.
because the thing I was afraid of is them running timid Rotom Frost with Choice Scarf, so that it would outspeed our Pheromosa. So just to cover for that, I made it outspeed that by like 1 or 2 points, just to make sure that we can cover for that. Since if they were to lead like something like the Hail lead and go for Blizzard with Rotom with Pheromosa on the field, we want to make sure we have something to take out the Rotom, and we could do that with Darm with either Flare Blitz or Fire Punch. Fire Punch just allows us to pick up knockouts and those super effective things without having to give up Darm in those situations, which is pretty good. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. We were actually we were at the beach with Jamie Boyd the other day, and we were having a conversation about MBL, and he told me, the Darmanitan doesn't need to be Choice Scarf every week, and I told him, yes, it does. So we're gonna keep rolling with it as long as it still like is the best option. And like every week, it has just been the best option. We have a whole like floor and ceiling thing. We have Darmanitan as like our ceiling, Darmanitan for our most as like our super fast mode, and like now we have like this week we have the slow Metagross. Venusaur kind of allows us to slow down the game with Sleep Powder, and like we're even running Iron Ball Landorus, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So like we have like both options, so we can play in or out of Trick Room, and I think it's pretty beneficial.
Our sixth Mon that we'll be speaking about is the Ninetales carrying the Focus Sash. Pretty standard EV spread. We have Roar today to tech that Trick Room, get it out of there if it happens. If we get the chance to do it. Heat Wave and Solar Beam. Solar Beam to basically hit the whatchamacallit, Rhyperior and I believe Gyarados.
Yeah, if they go Mega.
Yeah, if they go Mega, and it's just a pretty standard Ninetales. Ninetales is just there to help maybe boost our mana 10 if things get kind of crazy. And yeah, that's about it. Ninetales is there, but guys, I don't know if you want to add a little bit more to
I
Ninetales.
mean, Ninetales is never good. It's
Yeah,
just like it brings Sun, and Sun's cool because Sun makes them fear Darmanitan more. It also just
yes.
allows us to do more things with Venusaur if we really, really want to. But for the most part, like we haven't needed it. The big thing was that this week we could turn off Hail, and anytime we have like an opposing weather matchup, it's pretty good to bring Tails because like one of the benefits of having Ninetales is that Ninetales doesn't have to stay on the field. We can literally just like switch it in, get Shroud, and then switch back out into something bulkier. And like we have Venusaur to do that. We can like Mega Evolve with Venusaur, switch into Ninetales, and now they have to go for like Blizzards in Sun against the Venusaur with Thick Fats. So for the most part, it's usually going to be a pretty good option to have Ninetales. Like you said, Roar is just for Trick Room if they want to set that up with Necrozma, or maybe if they have like some sort of setup like Dragon Dance Gyarados, we can always roar that out if it gets to be too problematic.
Yes. Next we have the Landorstarian carrying the Iron Ball, the ability Intimidate, of course, and Earthquake, Fling, Superpower, and Protect. Tommy, I'm still. I don't think we talked about it too much.
No, we're pretty like sure which six we were gonna bring the six of bugs, so I kind of just
Yeah.
threw the landers on the team. Earthquake, just usual spread damage. Superpower hits a large majority of the team, both ice types, the Rhyperior, the Gyarados after it Mega Evolves. We have all that. The cool thing about it is the speed. You'll see that we're Brave Min Speed Landorus, and we're carrying Iron Ball. So for those that don't know, Iron Ball, when you fling an Iron Ball, it turns into a 130 base power Dark type move, and that's really really good for Necrozma. That does like minimum 80% to Necrozma there. So we can get into Trick Room, go for something like an Earthquake, and then as soon as like Necrozma's on the field, like ready to be flung, we can just fling the Necrozma and deal with it pretty quickly. Also, since we are min speed, I think we hit what speed did we hit? Does it say? I gotta swing the tab a little bit. Yeah, 168. So like, yeah, we'll be able to underspeed a majority of the team. I think everything except for the Rhyperior will be able to underspeed with the Landorus and just go with either Earth Power, Superpower, or Earthquake, Superpower, and Fling. So just provides a lot of options for us. And then yeah, Linoon.
Last but not least, Linoon. I know you guys are pretty curious. It's like, why does Linoon have no EV spread? And it has the same movesets as last week. We're not bringing it. It's just there, guys. Basically, gonna have. I think we're gonna use the same Linoon that we used last week. That we have in our boxes, but I don't. We are like 100% confident with like the six mons that you see above, barring like the Landers and Linoon. Uh, yeah, that's about it. But if we feel like we need to bring it in team preview, I mean, like we're gonna bring it, but I don't think we are because we do not have like any ways to like follow me and redirect attacks from the Linoon, and they also do have like that Sylveon there with spread attacking moves. Like it's not gonna be the safest mon to bring this week, and it's unfortunate. But hey, I think that me and Tommy have been doing really well in building these teams and prepping for these matchups, and I hope you guys do feel like safe with what we bring. And I think, like, although this matchup is shaky, I feel like as long as we, play to our best, we should be fine.
Yeah.
We just need to play every turn to the best of our ability. Like, if we like manage to like mess up one turn, it could be so crucial. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think another big thing about this is that I think it'll be a very telling week as to like how our team building actually works because we're taking a few risks this week. We're running the Grass Knot. We're running no bulk Blastoise, like a few things that we're not like kind of like out of our comfort zone. But even stuff like Faint Pheromosa, like we're giving up like a huge coverage move. We could be running something like Poison Jab, yeah, which is like absolutely huge. But I think that we have most of the things that we need to like win the matchup, and I think we just have to play very very well this week. And if we win, we make it into playoffs. So from there, we can just start like working on potentially like making it into like one of the 1 and 2 spot to get our bye. So hopefully we can get a win this week against a really really good team, and I guess we'll just see where it goes from there.
I think we hit all the main pots. Tommy already said like if we win this week, we are guaranteed to be in the playoffs. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I hope you guys are rooting for us. I think we're gonna close it here. Tommy, you don't have any final words?
Uh, Uh, yeah, Linoon, future weeks, we're coming back. You know it.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like the video, please leave a like. If you guys like our sorry, please subscribe and have a wonderful day. And remember, Team Drinking Birds is hashtag Team Drinking Birds. We are the best team, quote unquote. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, we're out. See you guys.
Peace.